We're currently on the scene outside the Planned Parenthood building off of Washington Ave and North Cherry Street, where fire broke out early this morning, and as you can see behind me, the roof has completely collapsed in. Now, the fire officials are saying that this building is just at a total loss right now. Now, one thing we do know at this time is that this building was temporarily closed for renovations. You can see the gates outside the building, and so there was some construction going on. But again, right now, KPD is saying that there are no reported injuries at this time, and there is ATF on scene and an arsonist on scene, really just trying to figure out the cause of the fire. That's one thing we're still trying to figure out, those details, is how it started and possibly where it started in the building. Now we're going to pan back right and show you Washington Ave and North Cherry Street. The intersection was closed for quite some time this morning, but as the scene has cleared out, traffic is flowing. It looks like in both directions. It's definitely flowing on North Cherry Street. It looks like it's open on Washington Ave, so if you are out traveling now and plan to travel this way, this area is opening up. But just to kind of give you a feel of the scene of what it looked like earlier this morning, there was at least 4 or 5 fire trucks to my right, your left of the screen here, and about 2 or 3 over my left shoulder to the right here. So this was really an active scene. They had several fire hoses out here really trying to put out this fire, and fire officials say they actually got a call from a neighbor in this area right around 6:45 this morning, and when they got here that the building and the roof were already collapsing. Now, one thing we did find out from fire officials is, again, a neighbor made a call. There was not a specific alarm system inside, and that there was not a sprinkler system inside as well. Now, when I spoke with KFD about that, they said that the building was built at a certain time where it didn't need the alarm system or the sprinkler system, so that's why it didn't have it. But with the remodeling that they were doing, they were going to install that sprinkling system. Now, we'll kind of show you the building again here. You can see that it is still collapsed in. You can just smell the smoke out here still. We've been out here for a few hours, and you can just see the damage it's done to the building. You can see the roof completely collapsed in. Again, the smoke, you can just still smell it out here, even with the fire starting right around 4 hours ago. When we were out here as well, we did see fire officials breaking glass to get inside the building and breaking in through the front door, because when they were initially out here, they had the hoses really high up in the air and they were shooting it down into the building. But once they got inside, they stopped those hoses and really just brought those hoses through the windows and brought them inside. Now, this fire did take a while to contain. When we got out here right around 7 o'clock, we could still see those flames coming from the top. And by the time 8:30, 9 o'clock rolled around, there were still some flames on the inside, and then they finally contained it right around 10 to 10:30. So it did take a while to contain, but if you're just joining us here, we are outside the Planned Parenthood building off of Washington Ave and North Cherry Street, where, as you can see behind me, the Planned Parenthood building is just at a total loss. You can see the roof has just completely caved in. You can see some of the smoke damage still on the building. We'll show you that area again. You can see those windows were broken out by fire officials. They were the ones who broke those and were able to get inside with some hoses to fully extinguish these flames. But again, we're just gonna pan right for you and show you Washington Ave and North Cherry Street. This intersection was mostly blocked off early this morning for several hours, but as you can see, traffic is flowing on North Cherry Street now. So if you are planning to come through this area is opening back up, but ATF and KFD are still on scene looking into this investigation. And that's one thing we're actually asking them. We're trying to figure out how this fire got started, why this fire possibly started. And we know that there was nobody inside the building at the time because the building was temporarily closed to renovations. Now, another thing we found out from KFD is that there was no alarm system or sprinkler system in the building because it was built at a time where it was not required to have those. But with the remodeling that they were doing at this time, they were putting in that alarm system and sprinkler system. Now, again, we'll just hop off camera here again just to kind of show you the scene again. This is pretty cleared out right now. When we were here originally early this morning, right around 7 o'clock, there were about 6 or 7 fire trucks out here, and KFD said they had over 30 members out here really trying to put out these flames. But you can see over to your right here, KFD is still on scene. We have ATF on scene as well. The intersection here was closed off for some time, but it's opening back up. And as we pan back left, you can see just the damage it's done to this top of the building. KFD said it is at a total loss right now. They say that when they got here just minutes after getting the call from a neighbor who was out here saying the building was on fire, they already saw the roof collapsing. Now, we did talk to some people who were out here, who came out here after they heard about the fire, and they say this is absolutely devastating that this had happened, and they're looking to do anything they possibly can to help out Planned Parenthood at this time. But right now, we're gonna keep going, I guess. We're gonna wrap up. Okay, so yeah, sorry, we're just gonna wrap up here for now. We'll continue to provide you updates in our 4, 5, and 6 o'clock newscast, also at 10 and 11 tonight, and on the WVLT News app.